The Arsenal Football Club is in advanced negotiations to sign forward Rodrigo Goes, who is currently under contract with Real Madrid. The pursuit of new talent is a constant in the world of football, and Arsenal, with its renewed ambitions, sees Rodrigo as a valuable addition to its squad. Conversations between the parties involved have intensified in recent days, especially following the player's recent statements indicating his intention to explore new opportunities in his career, raising speculation about a possible exit from the Spanish club. In interviews, Rodrigo expressed his desire to seek new challenges, stating that it is a crucial moment in his professional journey. This yearning for change, coupled with his successful track record at Real Madrid, has made his situation even more attractive to clubs looking to strengthen their squads. The news of a possible transfer for a player of Rodrigo's caliber has generated a wave of enthusiasm and speculation not only among Arsenal fans, but also among football fans in general, who are closely following the developments of this negotiation. Arsenal supporters, who have been hoping for a return to the top of the Premier League and a strong presence in European competitions for several seasons, see Rodrigo as a key piece to revitalize the team's attack. His ability to dribble past opponents, along with his precise finishing skills, are attributes that can make a difference in decisive matches. This prospect has fueled hopes for a new era of success for the London club, which has long sought to win significant titles. Additionally, Arsenal's interest in Rodrigo reflects a broader strategy of restructuring and modernizing the squad, aimed not only at immediate victories but also at building a competitive team for the coming years. The possibility of having a young talent who has already proven his worth at one of the world's biggest clubs is seen as a rare and valuable opportunity. In this context, the eyes of the football world are focused on the negotiations between Arsenal and Real Madrid. The anticipation is palpable, and the developments in this situation could shape the future of both clubs in the upcoming season. Thus, the days ahead promise to be decisive, and the sporting community eagerly awaits a resolution that could alter the course of Rodrigo's career and the dynamics of European football. Rodrigo, who arrived at Real Madrid in 2019, quickly made a name for himself with his impressive performances, contributing goals and assists in crucial moments. Since joining the club, he has become an essential figure in the Madrid attack, showcasing exceptional talent that has captivated fans and critics alike. His technical skill, speed, and intelligence on the pitch have made him one of the most promising young talents in world football, and his performances in important matches, including competitions like the Champions League, have solidified his reputation as a decisive player. The Brazilian forward has not only stood out for his on-field performance, but also for his ability to adapt to different playing styles and tactical formations. His versatility allows him to play both as a winger and as a central striker, making him a valuable option for any team. With a game characterized by daring dribbles and accurate finishes, Rodrigo has become a nightmare for opposing defenses, creating goal-scoring opportunities and often being the author of stunning plays that linger in the memory of fans. However, in a recent interview, the forward admitted that he is considering a new challenge in his career. He expressed a desire to explore other things, which includes the possibility of leaving the Madrid club. This statement caught many by surprise, as Rodrigo is viewed as one of the rising stars of Real Madrid and a central player in the club's future plans. The desire to seek new experiences may be related to a wish for personal and professional growth, something common among young athletes looking to establish themselves in different contexts and competitions. This quest for a new challenge is not just an impulsive decision. Rodrigo is a player who is aware of the impact of his choices. He wants to grow in his career and believes that changing his environment could be the key to reaching new heights. Arsenal, with its history of developing young talent and a culture that values ambition, represents an intriguing opportunity for him. Thus, as Rodrigo contemplates his future, speculation around his transfer grows, and many are left wondering how this change could affect his trajectory and the future of European football. Arsenal, which seeks to strengthen its squad for the next season, sees Rodrigo as a golden opportunity. The London club, with a rich history and a passionate fan base, has been striving to become a dominant force in both the Premier League and European competitions once again. To achieve this, the management has adopted a strategic approach, focusing on acquiring young talents who can not only contribute immediately, but also develop over time and become key players in the team. Rodrigo, with his impressive track record at Real Madrid, fits perfectly into this vision. Arsenal believes that adding a player with Rodrigo's potential and versatility can be fundamental to achieving this goal, especially at a time when the team seeks to revitalize its attack and increase its competitiveness. His ability to score goals, create opportunities, and destabilize opposing defenses is exactly what Arsenal needs to elevate its level of play and challenge the top clubs in the league. The Arsenal management has already begun talks with Rodrigo's representatives to discuss the terms of a potential transfer, including financial and contractual matters. These negotiations involve not only the transfer fee, but also the type of contract that would be offered to the player, taking into account his wishes and aspirations. Arsenal is aware that to convince Rodrigo to leave Real Madrid, it will be necessary to present an ambitious project and a clear vision of how he would fit into this new structure. Moreover, Arsenal's administration is carefully evaluating the impact that Rodrigo's signing could have on the existing squad and the team's dynamics. Integrating a player of his quality would not only increase internal competitiveness, but could also inspire other players to elevate their performance levels. The club is determined to build a team that not only competes for titles, but also plays attractive and exciting football, something that Arsenal fans have been eagerly waiting for. In a context where transfers are becoming increasingly complex, Arsenal is prepared to act quickly and ensure that they do not miss the opportunity to sign Rodrigo. With the transfer window approaching, the pressure is mounting for the parties to reach an agreement. The anticipation surrounding this potential transfer is palpable, and Arsenal fans are eagerly awaiting news, believing that Rodrigo could be the missing piece to bring the club back to the path of victories and glory. On the other hand, Real Madrid has yet to officially comment on Rodrigo's potential departure. The administration of the Spanish club, known for its tradition of retaining talented players, may be reluctant to release such a valuable asset. However, the pressure on Rodrigo to make a decision is growing, especially with the interest from a Premier League club that offers not only a new challenge, but also the opportunity to shine in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. In addition to the sporting aspects, Rodrigo's transfer to Arsenal could also have significant financial implications for both clubs. Real Madrid, which has a history of making big sales, could reinvest the funds into new signings, while Arsenal, in turn, would be investing in a player who could bring considerable returns in terms of on-field performance and merchandise sales. The situation continues to develop, and fans from both clubs are eager to see how this story will unfold. The possibility of Rodrigo wearing the Arsenal jersey represents not only a significant change in his trajectory, but also a strategic move by the London club in pursuit of titles and achievements in European football. For Arsenal fans, the idea of seeing a young talent like Rodrigo on the pitch is exciting, as he brings with him the promise of innovation and dynamism that the team needs to reposition itself among football giants. Rodrigo's transfer, if realized, would not only impact his career, but could also redefine the dynamics of Arsenal's squad. The impact of his arrival could be felt both on and off the pitch. In sporting terms, Rodrigo could add a new dimension to Arsenal's attack, providing varied options and a style of play that combines technique and speed. Furthermore, his presence could serve as a magnet for other quality players, attracting additional talent to the club and further strengthening the team. As the transfer window approaches, Rodrigo's future remains uncertain, but expectations are high, and the coming weeks will be crucial in defining his destiny. The atmosphere of uncertainty surrounding the transfer is palpable, and speculation about where Rodrigo will play next season continues to grow. The pressure on Arsenal's directors to act swiftly and secure the signing is intense, especially as other teams may enter the fray for the player, increasing competition in the market. Additionally, the situation serves as a reminder of how transfers can shape the narrative of football. For Rodrigo, this could be an opportunity to establish himself in a new setting, where he can be seen as the central star rather than one among many in a star-studded squad. For Arsenal, adding Rodrigo could be the first step in a broader effort to rebuild and revitalize the team, creating a group that not only competes but also wins. Meanwhile, fans from both clubs continue to follow the news and rumors with great anticipation. The passion and enthusiasm of the fans are a testament to the impact that a transfer can have on the spirit of a team and its support base. Following the twists and turns of Rodrigo's negotiations is an emotional roller coaster for everyone involved, and all are eagerly awaiting a resolution that could change the course of Arsenal and Rodrigo's career. As the countdown to the transfer window continues, all that remains is to wait and see how this exciting saga unfolds in the coming days.
Let's talk about Arsenal, because they've got their eye on a couple of different strikers from Europe, and this man, well, everyone's talking about him, isn't he? Victor Gyökeres. Could he be coming to the Emirates Stadium, do you think, this summer?
Quite possibly. There's been a number of reports that Arteta favours Benjamin Šeško, who Pete will talk about in just a few minutes' time. Andrea Berta, Arsenal's new sporting director, supposedly favours Victor Gyökeres. Now, Andrea Berta has a reputation for bringing in tall, physical strikers into his previous club, Atletico Madrid, Diego Costa, Alexander Sørloth last summer, which is a transfer that's worked out really effectively. And it's no surprise that Arsenal and a number of clubs are looking at Victor Gyökeres. There's a rumoured release clause of around £65 million, maybe just over, but Victor Gyökeres' career has really taken off in the last few years after a slow start, and it is worth bearing in mind that at 26 he is a relatively late bloomer, but was on loan at Swansea, just one goal in 2021. But look, as soon as he got to Coventry, one season on loan there, and then really exploded. This campaign helped Coventry to the playoff final, where they lost to Luton on penalties. But since going to Sporting, 43 goals last season, 52 this year. And that comes in just 100 games as well. He's been very creative as well, 23 assists. When I watch him play, he slightly reminds me of Diego Costa. There's not necessarily like a very clean player there. It's sometimes a little bit rushed, sometimes a little bit bundled. But this guy has an incredible desire to score goals, and he's done so effectively this year. 38 goals in the Primera Liga alone. He helped Sporting win the league last year. They are level on points with Benfica at the top of the Primera Liga this year. They will win the title if they, beat Vitoria this weekend. Second successive title, winning mentality. He'd be a huge addition for Arsenal. And Pete, the difference between Gyökeres and Šeško is Gyökeres has title-winning experience with Sporting CP. He is that little bit older, whereas Šeško feels like much more of a potential player.
I think that's right, yeah. I think that's right. We can see Šeško in action here, scoring a fantastic goal against Bayern Munich on the break. And I think if you just look at the way he connects with this finish, the outside of his right boot, so much confidence and technique. I think we know that the talent and potential is there within Šeško. Perhaps not the stratospheric goal-scoring numbers of someone like Gyökeres or some of the other top strikers. I mean, if you look at his career path here, and we've got the stats here, when he was coming through at Salzburg, of course, following a similar path to Erling Haaland, there were comparisons at that point. But you see the numbers, it's not on the same level as Haaland. Just 21 years old, though, and very highly rated by RB Leipzig. There was a clause last summer, June 24, that he could go for £55 million. Lots of Premier League clubs looking round at him at that point. It didn't materialise. He signed a contract extension, and there's an agreement in place, an understanding that if a big offer did come in for him this summer, then Leipzig would allow him to leave. But as I say, they rate him very highly, and I think it would have to be a significant offer, probably in the same ballpark as what you might have to pay for Gyökeres to get him into Arsenal.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating summer for Arsenal. You imagine they'll look to strengthen midfield, potentially another utility forward as well. So these slightly cheaper forward options could come into play. But Rob, it's going to be a fascinating summer throughout the transfer window.